Time now for our rants and raves, starting with Dan.
I have a rave for the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, which is the big daily paper in Arkansas. They're independently owned, profitable until the last couple of years, and they've decided that they're going to get rid of their weekday print edition completely, and they're going to give iPads to all of their subscribers so that they can continue to read the paper on their iPad. They'll still get Sunday print, but
that's stunning.
Monday through Saturday.
How's that cost efficient?
It's certainly cost efficient because what they've said is they think that they can keep 70% of their subscribers by doing this.
Wow.
And if they didn't do it, it would be much less than this. This was predicted 25 years ago by a visionary named Roger Fidler. And here we are.
Wow.
So if you already have an iPad, do you get a new one?
I guess you're eligible to get another one.
All right, Mike.
I am normally a ranter, but this week I'll offer a qualified rave to the New York Times for showing some restraint in not allowing its reporters to be talking heads on the cable news shows. I think there's way too much of that personally, and in this particular case it involved MSNBC and the Rachel Maddow show, and the Times policy says staff members should avoid strident theatrical forums that emphasize punditry and reckless opinion mongering. So I think we've been down that road and are going down that road for a while, and I know that they aren't always consistent with their policy, but in this case, I think it's the right thing to do.
So, because a lot of them do appear on CNN.
CNN.
Maggie Haberman is on CNN.
I think she's a paid
She's
pundit.
paid, yeah. I think she is. All right, John.
I have a rant for quasi-Norman Mailer lookalike Michael Wolff, the writer who made a bundle of money with his book about the Trump administration, Siege. Or Siege is the new one, right?
Yeah.
So this is his second bite of the apple. And he has been giving interviews where he insists he's a journalist. No, he's not a journalist, and he proved it the other day by, in one of these interviews, admitting that he didn't call many of the people who he eviscerates in the book for comment on claims others made about them. I mean, that's job one for any Cub reporter, that you call someone if you're going to write about them. He claimed it wasn't necessary, and that's not really his role. Okay, just don't call it journalism. That's my point.
I don't know if this book is going to be as successful as the first one. I find it hard
Well,
to
shame
believe.
on Henry Holt, the publisher, for doing this.
They had so much success the first time around. It was like, I'm sure they...
Well, that's all they care about is the money.
Didn't he also just make the claim in the book that Bob Mueller had drawn up impeachment article, an indictment of President Trump, which apparently based on his comments.
Let's see the documents.
Let's see it, right.
He says he saw them. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Adam.
I have a rant for National Public Radio, our partner here at WGBH, which put on a guy named Adam Kennedy. He is the Deputy Communications Director for the White House. They put him on to respond to Bob Mueller's recent press conference. Let's take a little bit of a listen to what transpired.
The president has said all along that people have attempted to interfere with our elections.
But that it happened on his behalf.
It's unfortunate that it hasn't happened on his behalf.
Well, Robert Mueller said that the Russians interfered to hurt Hillary Clinton to his benefit.
So that just gives you a little taste. This was about a 5-minute interview. But the guy didn't utter a true word in the course of his 5-minute appearance. He fundamentally misrepresented, not a question of spin or what you accentuate or what you decentuate, if that's a word, but he just was not dealing in facts. And I woke up to this interview. It was live. And I woke up to this, and I remember lying in bed, not wanting to get up, but getting so angry listening to this that I did get up thinking, what the hell are they doing putting this guy on? I know it's tough because you got to have someone from the White House.
You don't know what they're going to say.
But this guy should never be booked again. He was completely non-credible. The one thing I give him credit for is they cut him off.
All right. Well, I got a rant tonight also for NBC. All of these Bruins games should be on broadcast television locally. I understand nationally they want to put it on cable and all that, but it's not right. The first night was on, Game 1 was on broadcast. Game 2 was on cable. Game 3 tomorrow night is going to be on cable. It's not right. I have cable, but, it's not right for the people who don't.
Amen.
Yeah. It's not right. And it's all about money, once again. Everything's about money, right, John?
Well, apparently.
All right. That's it for our show. Tell us what you think. Email us, tweet us, send us a comment. We're always on at beatthepress.org.